Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. So I bowed out of doing a video last week because I was sick as a dog and I'm only kind of starting to feel well today. I had a couple of days that I was okay, and then I crashed for another couple of days. I basically just had a really bad cold, and then at the end I got a tummy ache, but I'm feeling better now. I'm not the only one. Everybody seems to be dying at the minute, so don't feel too sorry for me. But I went out on Saturday night with some friends and I did a makeup look, and I had my makeup on for the day, and then I kind of just added to it, and I thought it was a good way to kind of showcase how you can do, like if you're in the office of a Friday and it's your Christmas party that night and you don't want to take your whole face off and you just want to kind of add to it. So this is me like adding to my makeup. Now obviously I don't have any mascara or anything like that on, but I did at the time. I just didn't have any eyeshadow. So I've done my base and I've done my brows, so I'm going to go in with my eyes and finish the rest of my face. But this is what I would do like over my makeup as well. I just would probably use like a spray first and then add a bit of makeup on over top, and it usually works really well. So if you want to see me create quite a simple but effective Christmas party look, just keep watching. Apologies if you can see all the dry skin around my nose, but I've been blowing it a hell of a lot, so it doesn't look the May West, but it'll be okay, it'll be grand. I've used plenty of moisturiser and all that good stuff. So oh, a little bit itchy though. Anyway, I'm going to start with the eyes. I've already primed and set them with translucent powder, so I'm just going to grab this By Terry. It's a By Terry Ombre Black Star in Bronze Moon, which is just a shimmery bronze cream eyeshadow. And Kiko, I have a similar one from Kiko there. This is just the one I picked up, and so I'm going to use this all over my lid as a base. These are really nice to work with, so I'm not taking it up any further than the crease. And you could use a brush, but I'm just using my finger. Sure, why not? I'm trying to get them as even as possible, but like, number one, my eyes aren't even, and number two, it's not the end of the world if they're not. So first step done, really easy. Then I'm going to take, this has actually been one of my favourite brushes of the minute. This is the Blank Canvas EO1. It's just like a rounded blending brush, but I've been really liking this. So I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to grab my trusty Chanel Quad in 268, so to make sure I was getting right, which looks a bit like this. I tend to gravitate towards the brown colours more, but I do use that sometimes. But for this, I'm just going to use the top two in my crease. I'm just kind of going to go back and forth. Again, they're just kind of matte, warm shades. And I'm basically just filling in the space that I didn't with the cream eyeshadow. And then I'm taking a bigger blending brush with a little bit on it, and I'm just going to diffuse the colour. A little bit of colour on it, should I say. I got this quad as a gift, and I've been using it consistently since I got it. It's a really nice, easy eyeshadow quad to pick up. I think this was out last Christmas, but yeah, it's a really nice. I'd never used Chanel eyeshadows before, but they're very nice. Expensive, but nice. And I think I'm going to take some of the darker one down here on that Blank Canvas brush, just on the tip of it, and blend a bit on the outer corner. So I'm going to leave that there for now and grab the colour I want to use on top of the cream eyeshadow. Of course you can leave it like this. I want it a little bit more golden, so I'm going to take Half Baked from Urban Decay. This is just in the original Naked palette, but it's in the Naked 2 as well, and you can get it on its own. And I think I'm just going to use my finger again and just pat that over top. Again, just really messily. I'm not thinking too much about it. I use my Moroccan oil in my hair and I can smell it on my hand. It smells good. And while I have this eyeshadow palette open, I'm just going to take the shade Virgin and highlight my brow bone with it. And then for the fun part, I'm going to add a little bit of glitter. When I did this on Saturday, I used the Stila Diamond Dust glitter, which is a more kind of you can see it, has a bit more grey to it. It's really, really nice, but I think I'm going to go with Kitten Karma this time, which is a little bit more golden. And then how I like to use these is, obviously it has an applicator, so you can just pat it on your eye, but I tend to, again, use my finger and take some off. It just gives you more control. You can use a brush as well, and I'll just pat it on. So I'm just patting it all over where I put the gold and the brown. If you can't do glitter at Christmas, when can you do it? And then you can kind of feel that drying on your lid, so you just make sure that it's dry before you go in with anything else. Then I'm going to line my upper lash line with the LA Girl. This is not an LA Girl, this is a MAC. This is what I'm looking for. The LA Girl Glide On Pencil in Brown. I've been loving these pencils and they're really, really inexpensive. If you have, like it happens to us all, the older we get, but like I know I can notice that the skin around my eyes has become a little bit more wrinkled, and if you use a drier pencil it tends to kind of, well, like, I suppose it happens with anybody really, but as you get older you can notice it more, and pencils tend to drag on your eyes and you don't really want to do that. Number one, it's uncomfortable, but number two, you're adding to the problem. So I find that these eyeliners, I bought a couple of them, are really soft and they do what they say on the tin, they glide really easily. Now obviously I'm putting it over glitter, so it is a little bit harder to work with, so I'm just kind of applying really light pressure and taking my time. Then I'm going to curl my eyelashes, as I always do, and then I'm going to apply a layer of what was it called? Glam & Doll mascara from Catrice. This is a slightly different one. The one I used to get didn't have a curved wand. This one has a curved wand, but the formula is just as good. And it's like less than a £5, I think. So I'm just putting, like, usually I would put in like on 5 layers, but I am going to attempt lashes. So on Saturday I used Kiss lashes, but they're a bit worse for wear now. So I'm going to give these Bellamiento ones a try. They're really nice and light, hopefully. So my eyes don't really suit heavy fancy lashes. I wish they did, but they don't look good on me. These come with their own glue, so I'm going to give them that a whirl too. When I take a lash out of a pack, I generally try to twist it around as much as possible so that it'll curve to my eye. And then I'm just going to see how big it is. Well, I actually think I can get away with that, so I don't need to trim it. Multitasking. So that's one lash done, and my other lash is much harder work for me. So I'm just going to do that quickly and then I'll come back to you. So lashes are done, kind of, sort of. That one went much smoother than that one because that's always the way it happens for some reason. But I put them on, let the glue dry, then went over the lash band with some liquid liner. I used brown liquid liner, and then used another layer of mascara just to kind of marry the falsies in with my real lashes. So onto, I'm going to use some liner in my waterline. I'm going to use the Ingot AMC gel eyeliner in number 96, which is just a medium brown with a bit of sparkle to it. And how I put gel liner into my waterline is I use a pencil. I got this idea from Marlena, aka Makeup Geek, and I've been doing it for years, ever since I saw her doing it, because using a brush in my waterline just tickles and I don't really like the feeling of it, so I use a pencil. So I just dip it into the gel liner and then use the pencil to work it in. Obviously you can use a pencil in your waterline. I just find gel liner lasts longer. And this is a good way to this is a good way to intensify a look as well if you don't have a lot of time, and like just lashes and a bit of liner and you'd be looking a bit more put together. I'm going to add a bit of concealer under my eyes because I definitely need it. This is Tarte Shape Tape. I did put some on, but it's kind of sunk in now. And I'll like do this over powder. It doesn't seem to bother my makeup too much. As I said, I generally like might mist my face and pat it with tissue or an oil blotting sheet, just kind of get rid of any excess moisture. But I generally go over like powdered skin with cream, and I never really have a major issue with it. There's no real hope from my nose. And then I'm going to set under my eyes with the yellow and the skin colour powder from the NYX contour kit. I just kind of mix both of them together. These are generally the only powders I use in this. And then just to add a bit of definition on the lower lash line, I'm going to take that blank canvas brush and the two colours I was using earlier and just whack them under the lash line. And then for lower lash mascara, I'm going to use my trusty MAC Extended Play. This doesn't budge. And I don't kind of get it everywhere as I'm applying it either. And then I'm just using, this is just like an Essence cream eyeshadow, kind of a pinky toned. I just apply a bit of cream shadow in the inner corner and then put powder on top, and I just find that lasts a little bit longer. So I do that and then I'll powder. So I'll use the Insta Fix and Matte from Rimmel. I tend to get so oily around my eyebrows, so I get a small brush and actually go around them. It's a bit painstaking, but it works. And then I'll even like dab into them too, because for some reason then they start to fade away. It didn't always happen, but for some reason it's happening at the minute, so anything that I can do to help, I will. For bronzer, I'm going to use the Max Factor, what is this called? Creme Bronzer. This is the light version. I really, really like this. It has a bit of a sheen to it, but it's nothing glittery or sparkly. So I kind of use this just up a little bit from where I would contour and just kind of put it in and then blend it up. And then around my hairline and around my jaw as well, because I need all the help I can get there. For blush, I'm going to use Milani Luminoso. It looks a bit like this. It's kind of like NARS Orgasm. A little bit more peachy. And then for highlighter, I'm going to use Becca's Pearl. This is a really nice highlighter if you have pale skin like me. And then I'm going to pop some on my little finger and put it in the inner tear duct as well, over that cream. For lips, I'm going to use Rimmel East End Snob Lip Liner, sorry. Oh, this one is nearly done. Luckily I have a backup. I always have one of these. I really, really like it. My lips are in tatters from having a cold. So I don't really want to bring any extra attention to them, so I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to use the Rouge Velvet lipstick from Bourjois. This is in the shade Pink Chic. It's just a general mauvey shade. And then I'm going to finish everything with some of the Hangover RX from Too Faced, the setting spray. This will kind of bring a bit of life back into my skin as well, because as I said, I'm quite dry from blowing my nose. So this kind of settles the powder and all that on your skin and makes you look a bit more alive again. And that's pretty much it. So it's like a really simple, why am I doing this? I look like I'm winking at you. It's just a really simple eye look, but I think it kind of, it's not too intense or too dark, but it still kind of packs a punch. I say packs a punch a lot when I'm talking about makeup, but you know what I mean. And then obviously the lashes add to the drama a little bit as well. So yeah, this is me. And I'm done, and I even put on a festive jumper. This is my pom-pom jumper from Zara, and everything sticks to it, but it's very festive, so whatever, I'll get over it. But yeah, I'm really happy with this makeup. I feel like it's like a good look for if you don't want to go full on smoky eye. It's kind of somewhere in the middle, and obviously you can use different variations of it, like a cream shadow with glitter on top would work just as nicely. I just tend to have to layer things because I have oilier lids and it lasts longer that way. But I'll definitely do a lip look as well, I think, because obviously a red lip or a dark lip is very festive too. I just find that if you're going for food and stuff like that, which I actually am, a lip can be a bit messy, so I went with more of a neutral lip so I can kind of top it up and I won't be all over my face when I finish eating. But obviously that's part of festive makeup as well, so I definitely do that because I do love a red lip look. But this is what I'm going with now and I really like it, so I hope you do too. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I shall talk to you in my next one. Take care, bye.